Hello, I am running to the design product which is vacuum cleaner impeller. We got 3 plane which is XY, YZ and ZX. First is click the part body. There is a lot of design process to do this product. Select the XY plane to sketch the base. Make a circle with radius 100 mm and pad the sketch with 10 mm. Click OK. Next step is draw circle on the plane with 60 m of diameter and pad the sketch with the height of 50 mm. After done doing this pad, make a hole with a diameter of 10 mm and then up to the surface, or we can call it through it up. It's mean by the product need to be directly hole into the end of the surface. Next, select the chamfer and chamfer 4 mm around the right circle with 45 degrees of the angle. It will be done at the edge of the circle. This is what it look like after we done our chamfer. Next one is select the plan. 2 sketches need to be done to make a blade. First, take the offset to sketch the sketching 14 on the top. For the sketching on the sketching 13, we just only sketch on the surface that had been pad. The result will become as a one solid blade, but we need a complete circle of the blade. So we must select a multi-section and then choose the circle pattern. Click parameter and then select complete crown with instant of 6 while 60 for their angle. Click OK and it will be complete as a one cycle or one circle with complete 6 blade. Next process is select the pocket and do pocket in the center of the design with the depth of 10 mm. Click OK. Next, select another plane for the safety plane. And the last one is click the body and insert the stock for the body. The design is completely done after going through all this process. Thank you.
Hello, I will explain about the simulation process step by step to produce vacuum cleaner impeller. There are a lot of process consist in this simulation, such as facing, drilling, pocketing, roughing, and others. The first step is to show stock and define safety plane. Open machining workbench and define part operation. Open up machine editor, set up the system into the type 5-axis machine. Next step is proceed to tool change 1, which is face mill with diameter 50 mm, and click on the tool change 1 in the history. Click on more and select corner radius of 5 mm. Firstly, add the tool for the facing operation with face mill of D50, which is the default tool of the size, and proceed to facing 1. As you can see the result, when begin process by clicking the setup for the operation by identify which is the bottom and the drive. The bottom is clicked on the highest part of the model and the drive is selected at alongside of the stock as shown as above figure. Second is proceed to tool change, which is drill D10. Click on the tool change 2 in the history. Click on more and select overall length, which is 150 mm. Drill the hole at the center of the circle with jump distance more than 12 mm and compute. The drilling operation is done by clicking in the setup window as shown above. This is done by selecting the highlighted part in the setup with the inner hole of the model. Then adjust the jump distance 12 so that it don't collide. Next step is proceed to tool change 3, which is end mill D8 with flat end mill, and click on the tool change 3 in the history. Click on more, corner radius 0 mm with 8 mm diameter. The pocket operation is done by selecting the highlighted part of the bottom to the part of the model in the pocketing machining area. Then mark the line for the guiding near the wall as shown in the figure above. Next, we will go to the generate pocketing. We will go to the generate roughing 1. The roughing 1 is done by selecting the whole model as a part in the setup window. This roughing is set up to have a depth of cut of 2 mm for each pass. As you can see, this is the simulation of the roughing process. This process will consume a lot of time while doing this process. After done our roughing process, this is the latest result that we can get from the product. Next, we will go to proceed to tool change file. The counter driven is used to remove material at the chamfer area at the top of the part. In the setup window at the part selected, right click to select face only and click at the area as shown in the figure above. In the guiding strategy, select the guiding at the lower part of the chamfer. This is the result after we done our process. we will use the T4 end mill D6 and the arc radius is 3 mm. Next, after we done our counter driven, we will go to the isoparametric operation machining. The isoparametric operation is done by selecting in the highlight part area at the side of the part of the pin and select the machine corner. This corner is important as it defines the machining tool path. The part is need to click as in above figure. In the guiding strategy tab, the tool axis need to be set up. The tool axis mode is need to be select normal to surface with ODEC lead angle. This setup is repeated for each part of the fin, and the setup is the same for each operation. Last, we will go to proceed to tool change 6. The last part of this process is to generate the roughing tool. This roughing machining is act as a finishing run. This roughening is machine use thin depth of cut and distance of each pass. This setup is to get the best possible result for the machining. The setup is almost the same with the first roughing, but with extra tweaks in the guiding strategy tab. The depth of cut is set to 0.2 mm and the pass distance is to set to 1 mm. This thin cut will result the smooth finishing of the product. As you can see, the machine is still running the roughing process by part of each part, from one fin to another fin until the roughing process is done. This process also takes a lot of time to complete this process. This is the final product to produce the vacuum cleaner impeller. Thanks for watching. I hope you get enjoy with my video. Thank you.